Humans are social creatures. We are a society of people who need things. No one is capable of doing it all themselves. Don't give me any of that bootstrap crap. That's all lies and you know it. Want me to prove it? Did you build your car? Did you mine the ore and smelt it to forge an engine? Did you grow the beans for your coffee? Did you lay the line for your internet or construct the towers for your cell service? No, you didn't. We all rely on each other. No one person can do it all. No one has the time. Which brings me to the subject of today's video, Hima-Ten, or why you need an editor. For a long time now, I've had the idea of doing a video explaining why you need an editor. Okay, so not necessarily why you need an editor, but why having an editor is important, and determining whether or not you're at the point where having one will be beneficial. We will be asking both of these questions and hopefully helping to answer them. This is something that's been on my mind for a bit. I know it's not my usual content, but it will appeal to some of you who are thinking about starting your own YouTube channel. Now, there was no rush while I was working on this video. Some YouTube video topics are time sensitive. You want to talk about an anime while it's airing so it's fresh on people's minds. While it's airing or right after the new season has been announced. You want to release manga chapter videos right after the chapter posts. Videos like these need to be released when they're relevant, so that when people search for more information on those manga or anime, your video pops up. This increases your channel views and helps you grow your audience. But a topic like this is eternal, mostly. So there was no rush and I was allowed to take my time on the video. Until a new manga posted in Shonen Jump, and it fit the topic of this video so well, I knew I had to jump on it. Hima-Ten only has a few chapters. It hasn't crossed the dreaded 20-chapter threshold yet, and I doubt it'll go on for much longer. I like it, the chapters are cute and the setting is fun, but that's not why the manga is pertinent to this video. Let me set the scene real quick and it'll all make sense, I promise. Himari Yoshino is a high schooler who is also the CEO of her own company. She is both the face and head of her own makeup company, Himariz. If that isn't the most Gen Z name for a company ever, I'm not sure what could beat it. She's adorable, outgoing, and recently transferred into the same class as Tanichi Imori. Tanichi is a 16-year-old who cleans houses for a living. He comes by recommendation only, works 2 or 3 days a week after school, and is saving up as much money as possible to pay for college. You see, his twin younger siblings are starting high school soon, and he doesn't want his parents to have to pay the tuition for 3 students at the same time. So he works hard to clean up, is a meticulous worker, and holds himself to a high standard. He even takes on a new client because this one pays incredibly well. Of course, the house, though gorgeous, is a disaster. Garbage piling up, dirty clothes everywhere, a sink full of dishes and empty frappe cups. What a waste of a beautiful home. Who could live in such a pigsty? Obviously, it could only be Himari. After some awkward conversation, Himari agrees to let Tanichi continue working and clean her house, 3-hour blocks, twice a week. Not only does Tanichi make her house cleaner than the day Himari first moved in, he cooked her dinner. But one line made me realize that while Tanichi may be good at cooking and cleaning, when it comes to running a business, he's still a child. He doesn't understand why Himari's house is a disaster. Which brings me to the first reason you need an editor. Himari's house is a disaster because she doesn't have the time to clean it up. Cooking dinner takes time. Washing dishes takes time. Doing laundry takes time. All the time that could be spent on that, she spends running a company. If you're a YouTuber, answer me this. How much time do you spend editing your videos? All of us only have 168 hours in the week. If you're like me, 40 of them are spent at a job or school. Assuming you get 7 hours of sleep a night, plus commuting to work, eating, and taking care of your house, you now have roughly 60 hours a week remaining to work on videos. On top of that, you cannot pour from an empty cup. What does that statement mean as far as YouTube is concerned? You need to be consuming content so that you can create content. If you only consume, it will degrade your mental health, and if you just create all the time, you'll hit a wall because there will be nothing left for you to draw inspiration from. You need to find a balance, so let's say you split it down the middle. Of the 60 hours remaining in your week, you spend 10 of it socializing with friends, 25 of it consuming content, video games, books, TV, movies, whatever, and 25 of it working on videos. Of that 25 hours, chances are you're probably spending about 10 hours creating and 15 hours editing. I'm not sure if those numbers apply to you exactly, and we're generalizing here, but let's just go with that for now. Now, if YouTube is just a hobby for you, a labor of love, and you're not interested in making this a full-time career, maybe you don't need an editor. You're not on a time crunch, you just post videos whenever you want. But if you want to post videos more often, having an editor means you have more time. Do you have a weekly release schedule? Have you thought about starting a new channel? I know that YouTube wants channels to be mostly focused around a single idea, and most of your content should be related to that idea. Which is why this channel took 3 years to get monetized, while my Commander channel was monetized in 5 months. It's why one day when I start doing cooking videos, it too will have its own separate channel. We'll use one of my wife's customers as an example. He posts 1 video a week on his YouTube channel. Every week it took him about 3 hours to edit his video. When he hired Cute Stuff to edit for him, he wasn't just hiring an editor, he was buying himself time. Time is the single most valuable resource any of us have. We can always earn more money, buy more food, get another car, or find somewhere else to live. But time is the only thing you can never get back. Once you understand that, you're on your way to becoming an entrepreneur, which is exactly what being a YouTuber is. You are the CEO of your own company. So having an editor, or a house cleaner, saves you time. You get more time to spend creating other videos, running a company, whatever you need. Time that can be spent growing your business, be it a makeup company or a YouTube channel. The drawback, of course, is that hiring someone costs money. So, how much is your time worth? What will you do with those extra hours? Which leads me to the second point. As far as I know, every big YouTuber has an editor. Some have a team of editors. It's important for you to find one that fits your style, schedule, and that you have an understanding with. Someone who understands your content and is knowledgeable enough about your video topics to ensure the videos make sense to your audience. The same is true when you hire a cleaner. Having a clean environment means you don't have to worry about your sinuses being filled with dust like poor busy Hamari. Having someone who cooks their dinners and, eventually, makes them a homemade lunch allows Hamari to not only eat healthy meals, she also projects the image of a superhuman. She's the CEO of her own company, has great grades, and has time to make a homemade bento? Holy cow! This all allows her to focus her efforts on being both a student and a CEO. By taking good notes in class, this ensures she does well on tests. By working hard at night, she's growing her company. And the same can be true with you for your YouTube channel. By spending all your time planning and creating new videos, your channel will grow. The less time you spend on each video, the more videos you can make. Remember, if you're used to spending 10 hours a week creating videos and 15 editing, with an editor, you now have 25 hours to create. That's a huge increase in the amount of time you have to create videos. Think about how much bigger and better your videos can be if you have all that time. The more videos you post, and more importantly, the higher quality videos you post, will lead to growth. Now, I am by no means an expert on YouTube, but I've done a fair bit of research, both in owning a business and in running a YouTube channel. I know there are things I could do to increase the growth in my channel. Namely, I could talk about more popular anime, shonen series like Jujutsu Kaisen or Demon Slayer. But I'm not interested in those series. I'd rather talk about fantasy or romance, series I enjoy. So I'm happy to stick with small growth on this channel. I'll get to where I want to be eventually. Because I know there are plenty of people out there who, like me, enjoy Frieren a lot more than Demon Slayer. But without my editor, I never would have gotten this far. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. There are several tiers to choose from. You can pick an anime or manga for me to do a video about, or you can join our monthly manga club. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alex, Borgie, Nazma, Konga, Aaron, Chris, Robert, Austin, William, Pi, Kazaris, Booksu, Patrick, Travis, Nappy, Sean, and Michael. You guys are awesome. I post anime or manga videos often, or you can click here to watch additional videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Musings by Danon.